Imagine a world ruled by giants, a world where towering beasts with teeth like daggers roamed lush forests and vast plains. This was Earth, 66 million years ago, the age of the dinosaurs. For over 150 million years, they were the undisputed masters of our planet. But in a single, terrifying day, their reign came to a cataclysmic end. How could creatures so powerful, so dominant, vanish in the blink of a geological eye? Today, we journey back in time to witness the final, dramatic moments of the dinosaurs and uncover the story of the asteroid that changed the world forever. Our story begins not on Earth, but hundreds of millions of miles away, in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. Here, a colossal rock, a mountain of stone and iron nearly 10 kilometers wide, was on a collision course with destiny. For millions of years, it hurtled through the void, its trajectory locked onto a small, blue-green planet. On Earth, life carried on, oblivious. A Tyrannosaurus rex hunted along a riverbank, its powerful jaws capable of crushing bone. Herds of Triceratops grazed peacefully, their bony frills a vibrant display. Pterosaurs with wingspans wider than small planes soared through the skies. It was a world teeming with life, a complex and thriving ecosystem. But the clock was ticking down. As the asteroid neared Earth, it became a terrifying spectacle in the prehistoric sky. First, a faint, moving star, then a brighter light, and finally, a blazing fireball, brighter than the sun itself. It screamed through the atmosphere at an incredible speed, estimated to be around 72,000 kilometers per hour. The air in front of it compressed and superheated into a plasma hotter than the surface of the sun. The final destination, a shallow sea off the coast of what is now Mexico, Yucatan Peninsula. The impact was unimaginable. The moment the asteroid struck, it released energy equivalent to billions of atomic bombs. The initial blast vaporized the asteroid itself and a massive chunk of the Earth's crust, carving out a crater over 180 kilometers wide and 20 kilometers deep. The Chicxulub crater, a flash of intense light and heat, would have incinerated everything for hundreds, perhaps thousands of kilometers in every direction. For any dinosaur that witnessed this moment, it would have been the last thing they ever saw. Immediately following the impact, the real horror began. A mega tsunami, with waves estimated to be hundreds of meters high, radiated outwards from the impact site. It slammed into coastlines across the globe, sweeping inland for vast distances, obliterating everything in its path. Simultaneously, the impact threw trillions of tons of pulverized rock, dust, and superheated droplets of molten glass, called spherules, high into the atmosphere and even into space. As this debris rained back down, it heated the atmosphere to oven-like temperatures. The sky itself would have glowed red, igniting global wildfires that consumed forests and grasslands, turning the vibrant green world into a scorched, black landscape. For any creatures that survived the initial blast, the fires, and the tsunamis, a new, more insidious threat emerged. The massive cloud of soot and dust from the impact and the fires shrouded the planet in darkness. This impact winter blocked out the sun, possibly for months or even years. Temperatures plummeted. Photosynthesis ceased. Plants on land and plankton in the oceans withered and died, causing the entire food chain to collapse from the bottom up. Herbivorous dinosaurs, deprived of their food source, starved. And as the herbivores died out, the carnivores, including the mighty T-Rex, so unfoyed. It wasn't just the darkness and the cold. The impact also released vast quantities of sulfur from the vaporized rock. This sulfur mixed with water in the atmosphere to form sulfuric acid, which then fell as corrosive acid rain. This acid rain would have poisoned lakes, rivers, and the surface of the oceans, further devastating aquatic life and making the world even more inhospitable for the survivors. The combination of these catastrophic events, the initial blast, the tsunamis, the global firestorm, the prolonged darkness and cold of the impact winter and the acid rain, created a global extinction event. About 75% of all species on Earth, both on land and in the sea, were wiped out. How do we know all this? The story is written in the rocks. In the 1980s, Father Anson, Tim Luis, and Walter Alvarez discovered a thin layer of clay in geological formations around the world. This layer, dating precisely to 66 million years ago, contained unusually high levels of iridium, a metal that is rare on Earth's surface but abundant in asteroids. This iridium anomaly was the smoking gun, the first major piece of evidence for the impact theory. Later, in the 1990s, the discovery of the massive Chicxulub crater, buried beneath the Yucatan Peninsula and the Gulf of Mexico, provided the final, definitive proof. The crater's age matched the iridium layer perfectly. Geologists have since drilled into the crater, analyzing rock cores that tell the detailed story of the impact, second by second. The end of the dinosaurs was a tragedy of cosmic proportions, but it was not the end of life on Earth. From the ashes of this global catastrophe, new opportunities arose. With the giant reptiles gone, the world was open for another group of animals to thrive. Animals that had lived in the shadows of the dinosaurs for millions of years. Our ancestors, the mammals, small, resilient, and adaptable. They survived the apocalypse. They burrowed to escape the heat and cold, and they could survive on the insects, seeds, and carrion that remained. In the post-apocalyptic world, they diversified, evolved, and grew, eventually giving rise to the incredible variety of mammals we see today, from bats to whales, and ultimately, to us. So, when you look up at the night sky, remember that the stars hold stories of both creation and destruction. The Chicxulub impact was a random, violent event that ended a 150-million-year dynasty. But without that catastrophic day, the world we know would not exist. The end of the dinosaurs was the unlikely beginning of our own story. It's a powerful reminder of how interconnected life is and how cosmic events, millions of miles away, can shape the destiny of our planet in the most profound ways. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey back in time. If you found this story as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the history of our amazing world. Let me know in the comments what ancient mystery you'd like us to explore next. Until then, stay curious.